Hello, good afternoon. This is Tristan. Okay, for our next project, we're going to draw where we last do a transformer, the bumblebee. So we're going to continue that. Again, I'm doing some warm-up, and I hope the roosters would not interrupt while we do this. Okay. So we're going to create a 2D drawing. So just made up a boundary here where I'm going to do. Okay, so let's pretend that we're going to draw a house. So this is a side view of a house with a window. This is the roof. Then the front view. Again, these are basic shapes. If you recognize the shapes, this is the door, rectangle, window, square. We have a triangle here. Doorknob with a circle. We have the ground. So we're going to add, let's try, this is a simple 3D perspective. This is the ground. Again, we're going to draw a rectangle here. Then we draw a rectangle here. So most of my instructions will be open here, here. So like I said, I don't want to plug any terms that we don't need to confuse you. So we're just aiming to draw. Okay, so this is the roof. Again, for our window, side, then our door, and our window. So that's a basic how to draw a house. This is the side view, front view, and looks like a 3D perspective. Okay, so that's how you draw it. So you can draw it small, big size, whatever I mean you're comfortable at if you're trying to make your project. So find something that's easy to draw, won't give you heartaches if you make a mistake. Again, mistakes part of learning, so just keep practicing and you will get it. Now for continuing this kind of example, we're going to draw for this project, we're going to draw a stealth ship, a US destroyer Zumwalt. If I spell it right, it's the DDG-1000. Okay, this is a stealth destroyer, the most advanced in the US in inventory. So we're going to do something like this. So the side view of the Zumwalt destroyer, so we're going to, again, there's no problem if you're going to use a ruler. So just like I said, try to draw without a ruler. Just again, relax your hands, relax your muscles, relax your mind. So just do light line here, then another light line over the bob, then another. Just follow what I'm doing. So this is the rear of the ship, called the bow, if I know my ship parts. Then here, this would be the, just follow my example. Again, this is like a rectangle, but this will be this is like a triangle here and triangle there, so a little slant. Again, this is if you're going to draw a rectangle, so it's a little slant here and another slant here. Okay, now so this is where the crew of the ship would be, most of the, I mean, where the captain or one that controls the ship. Okay, so here we're going to draw again, let's just draw shapes here let's say, okay, these are the guns of the Zumwalt destroyer. These are rail guns, probably first employed on a real battleship, because this rail gun is being concepted, I mean on movies it is concepted but never applied. So this one right now, this stealth destroyers is using an advanced technology, a rail gun that pushes its ammo using magnetics. Okay, again, this is a very easy ship to draw. So they have some something here that holds some radars or sensors. Also they have some other sensors here. So there you have it, the side view of the Zumwalt destroyer. Oh, I'm missing something here. I believe this is where Bushmaster 30mm cannons are located. Of course, this is a flight deck. Not flight deck, but a helicopter. This is where usually the helicopters would land. Okay. Of course. Okay. So the Zumwalt is very different because it looks like it represents a World War I ship, but I'm World War I. Yes, dreadnoughts. And it has the first series would be with the 1000 number. Okay, so just forgive me for the numbering. So it looks like if it's on the front, if it is facing towards you, it would look like this. Okay, let's do it on the middle. Okay, this is the water line. Okay, this middle. For the rail guns and the tower. Okay, so doesn't matter if you overlap the drawing, because this is a practice, so it's okay. Hope I forgot there's a radar here. Same with the early Borg class Aegis destroyers or cruiser. So this is a, when I reviewing it, these are spy radars. From the Aegis cruisers, it is a spy 1. I think this is a spy 3. I was reading earlier. Okay. Okay, so just to add, remember our hatching. So if our source light is here, okay. The thing, if we make some shadows, that will making it more, if you practice often, it will give you the depth. So if this is your main subject when you're drawing, so if this is the main topic or the main focus of your drawing, so the rest of the drawing would be not very dark. So you have to know the depth when you're shading. Okay, this one. Of course, we have again some sensors here. Okay, so that's the Zumwalt facing toward us. So if we're going to try, I feel like a 3D version. So again, This is the base of the water. Again, draw some quick lines. You draw the railgun here. Again, the drawing is very basic, but if you follow how it is drawn, you are drawing something that can be seen in real life, and you do it without the excessive because most of the drawings are very complex, many structures, whatever. If I'm going to draw a destroyer, let's say if I draw the early Burke class, there are many structures that will be detailing with, but unlike the Zumwalt, it's very clean. It's just plain flat, because the way it is designed is that if there's a radar, it would bounce back. From reading, I understand that if the Zumwalt is detected by a radar, its cross section, or what will appear on radar, it will represent a fishing vessel, not a battleship or warship that would be registered on any opposing naval vessel. Okay, again, this is where the spy tree. Again, we have this, I don't know what you call it, like baby horns. Of course, we have the controlled mounted Bushmaster 30mm here. And now we would apply some shadows. Probably I will create a separate tutorial on shadows. Shading is the right word. Okay, so I just add some further hatching here, and that's it. This is it. It's finished. I don't know what helicopter is being serviced right now with the Zumwalt. Probably my mistake, and if I can draw it correctly, it could be that's too mini, too small for a Seahawk. Okay, just forgive me how I draw a Seahawk. Too small. Okay, so just let me finish this. So again, this is already finished. I'm just adding some shadings here. Going to use our hatching, and there it is. A Zumwalt destroyer, just using the most basic shapes, very flat. Draw it from side view, front view, and almost a 3D. This 3D is flat, so next time we're going to create it on like an isometric view, unlike this one. But again, for the purpose of this project, simplicity, we have drawn something that although a simple project, but would be recognizable, especially with US personnel. This is a Zumwalt destroyer, most advanced destroyer currently in the world, serving in the US Navy. Again, thank you, and I hope this is informative, and I hope you learned something, especially on US Arsenal. Thanks.